What's the word, Harrisburg? My name is Matt Maisel, and we hope that you have enjoyed a lot of these special events that take place over the course of any given year here in the city of Harrisburg. We just had our Ice and Fire Festival. It was a great success, but did you know that it's not just the city that puts on special events throughout the course of the year? It's also the Downtown Improvement District. And joining me right now is the Executive Director of the Downtown Improvement District, Todd Vander Woude, putting on the St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up Saturday. You've got your green on. You are ready to go, sir.
Well, Matt, I had to wear my green to get everybody in the mood for St. Patrick's Day.
This is one of the most fun events that the Downtown Improvement District, the DID, puts on every single year. Do you feel that, I know you can't show favoritism towards one thing or another, but I would imagine that this is pretty fun for you as well.
Yeah, it really is. It really is a lot of fun. I think it's something where we can kind of open the doors to downtown Harrisburg and kind of show people, hey, there's a lot happening in downtown. And I think this kind of, after the city's Ice and Fire Festival, to kind of kick things off for the year, all of a sudden we have the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
This is part of a full day event, correct? I mean, this is not just a 2-hour parade. There's festivities taking place throughout the day Saturday.
Yes, you are correct. On Saturday, gosh, we'll kick things off with the Lucky Charm race. And it's a 4-mile race. Starts at noon. And what's great about it is that people start and finish at the viewing stage for the parade, which is right there in front of the City Government Center on 2nd Street, right there in front of the Hilton. And they actually run up 2nd Street to start, go up to State Street towards the Capitol, use Riverfront, City Island, and come back, and they finish right there at the stage on 2nd Street again. So it's kind of a unique race. It's a 4-miler. We work with Fleet Feet for that. They kind of put all that together, a lot of prizes, a lot of different age groups that are involved. And it kind of kicks off the day for us. And again, it's a very special race. Kicks off the racing season, but it's also a different distance that most people run a 5K or 10K. This is a 4-mile race.
Is it the tie-in 4-leaf clover? Is that why it's 4 mile? Is that the tie-in?
Yes, very good, Matt. You're correct. See? Yeah, exactly correct.
It just came to me a second ago. I'm thinking you mentioned that it's a different mileage, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is a different mileage. Why would it be? Oh yeah. There we go.
Yes, very good.
So 4 miles for 4-leaf clover, because typically this would be like a 5K.
Yes. When we started,
this would be a 3.1 miler.
Yeah, when we started, it was a 5K and a 10K. And then we talked to Fred over at Fleet Feet, and he said, we want to do something different. And that's where, he came up with the 4-miler, and yeah, the 4-leaf clover ties right into the logo.
So people run during, and what time does it start? This is a morning.
Starts at noon.
No, noon. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So this goes from noon until when-ish?
Usually, we have some walkers. We'll do awards for the parade right from the stage, or for the race right from the parade stage at about 1 o'clock. So typically it's about an hour, and then from there we'll kind of shift into parade mode.
And what time does the parade kick off?
The parade kicks off at 2 o'clock, and it's the same route as the city uses for the holiday parade. We found out that works great.
Yeah.
So the staging, all the groups will gather on City Island and the Market Street Bridge, and then after that, when the parade starts, we'll send them off right there at Market in front. They'll go up to 2nd Street, turn left, go past the viewing stage, and go all the way up to North Street, and then turn left up there by the Y and come back on Front Street.
So here's the best part about running 4 miles, is that you completely set yourself up to have a good excuse to spend the rest of the day at the bars.
You are correct.
So you've eliminated that calorie count to put it all on for the rest of the day.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to come for the race and stay for the parade.
Right.
I mean, and that's why we try to make it close enough so that we still have enough time to do the awards and get the parade started on time.
One of the things that the St. Patrick's Day Parade, at least from my experience, has always kind of embraced so well, and it's just natural because you are the Downtown Improvement District. You are literally trying to improve life and business downtown, is that it was just wide open business for the bars and the restaurants, and it just made for, especially if you get lucky and it falls on a sunny day, people are out there having a good time. It is super festive. We saw a little bit of that with Ice and Fire being back on 2nd Street this year, just that welcome kind of walking in and out of businesses kind of atmosphere. That is one of the things that I think the St. Patrick's Day Parade for years has always done so well.
Yeah, you're correct. I mean, it gives the restaurants, bars, other businesses downtown an opportunity to welcome people downtown. And I think, something like the race and the parade, they're family events, just like Ice and Fire. It's family events. There's, all kids love parades.
Kids love parades.
Adults love
It's
parades.
great for families to come down.
But, families and really the parades, they're something for everyone. We have, Irish dance groups. We have, of course, the Irish bands and stuff.
Do you have a favorite act that kind of performs every year?
I like the McGinley School of Irish Dance. They do a great job. They put on a great show. They actually previewed their show, I think, at Ice and Fire.
Yeah, no, they were great.
And they're fantastic. And then I go a little bit old school. I go to the Perry County old ironworks with the old tractors. Like to see the guys with the tractors going down 2nd Street. That's kind of old school in me. But then again, I think you look at all the fire trucks we have. You look at the Star Wars characters. Look at all the princesses that we have that come, and it's a lot of fun for everyone.
The city, we put on basically 2 parades a year. We have the holiday parade, and we have the St. Patrick's Day Parade. And a lot of times, like, you get to see similar acts, like your favorite act that was in the holiday parade, and now you're thinking, oh man, I had so much fun at the holiday parade, but that was 5, almost 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And now the St. Patrick's Day Parade rolls around. You get a chance to kind of see it again. You get a chance to see your favorite acts and favorite performances again.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it's not too long between parades where you forget it, but it's just, it's not too short where you're longing for more. It's that perfect kind of balance.
Yeah, and you're right. The timing is 5-6 months apart. So, and this kind of kicks off 2023 a little bit, and then of course the city's holiday parade is always always a lot of fun too. In November.
So, and this is, I mean, you guys are obviously working throughout the year, but once you get out of winter, I mean, you've got the parade on Saturday. Spring officially starts on Monday, the 20th. This really is your busy season as well, because more and more people are wanting to come outside, wanting to come downtown. Arts Fest, Capona coming up, city events, people coming down for Senators, which start in April. Give me like a little preview what the next few months are going to be like for the DID.
Well, we kind of get things started with the parade here Saturday, and then of course spring kicks off. We have banner projects that we do, so we'll get that going. And of course, the Downtown Improvement District is all about clean, safe, and beautiful. So the big thing that we're probably most noticeable for is the flower program.
Yeah.
And that'll kick off in May, right before Arts Fest that the city has. So we'll kind of do that. And then, of course, June, we get into, the outdoor dining along the streets there and, that people have. And, of course, years ago, just a few years back, we closed the streets for some street dining. But now it's sidewalk dining and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have some flow going there. Increased crowds come downtown. And then really, July 4th hits, and then all of a sudden it's time for Capona. And then we have our restaurant weeks that we have in September. And, throughout the summer, we'll also, highlight some restaurant specials and really encourage people to come on downtown.
I want to go back to something you talked about. And I think we've seen and I'm just using Ice and Fire as like the most recent example. We've seen that when you can block off a street and have like a block party, it's like a family atmosphere. It's a big family get together. Is and you had the street dining because of COVID. So I mean, you took a incredible negative and turned it into a positive. And obviously, we are not suffering from the effects of early pandemic stage stuff in 2023, but is that something you can foresee maybe coming back? Do you want to set up a meeting with the mayor? I can get her on the phone and you can maybe we can do something like that, because the idea of having a block closed off once a month, once every 6 weeks, it seems like it makes sense to be able to do that kind of street dining again.
Yes, and it really does. And we've talked in the last few months, let's say, we've talked to certain restaurants and just to see if they're interested. We're talking about potentially doing like a second Saturday street dining.
Yeah.
Before, when we did it every single week, and weather comes into play, a lot of other things, and the newness kind of wears off. Whereas if we could make some sort of an event, Saturdays, and do something. And the other part is 3rd Street now, really between Market and Chestnut. The Soma block parties are there. That's once a month, again, starting in May, which is just a couple months from now. So, and those have been very, very successful, along with the monthly events. 3rd and Berg down here, downtown and Midtown have participated in those events. So, and that's every 3rd Friday of the month. So those are a couple of things. But yes, I think you're right, Matt. I think when we can do closed streets and get some special stuff going on for people to enjoy, it's fantastic.
What is it about Harrisburg that you enjoy so much? I mean, you've been here for a long time.
120 years. No, I've been here since 1987.
Yeah, and you've seen it at its worst. You've seen it at its best. You've seen it kind of like a roller coaster, and hopefully now we're kind of climbing that hill again, and we're about to peak again. Well, we hope we don't peak. We hope we keep going up. But but what is it about Harrisburg when you kind of live through the ups and the downs? You've seen downtown reimagined in so many different ways. You've had a hand in that reimagining process so much. What is it that you enjoy most about the city?
I think what I enjoy most is that there's something for everyone. And I think it's very, very walkable. From walking from Shipoke to walking along the river to City Island, all the events over there, the Senators, the train, the water golf, all those stuff over there. State Capitol. I mean, people come to the visitor center and they ask, what should we do? And we say, you have to go to the State Capitol.
You have to.
You have to go to the State Capitol.
You have to have that tour.
And just, standing on one end of State Street and looking down, there's just something here for everyone. And, we talk about, the growth of Restaurant Row, and it kind of goes in cycles a little bit. That's one thing that we're kind of looking at, too, is kind of bringing back that branding of Restaurant Row on 2nd Street, and also work on other parts of the downtown area. We have Soma, south of Market.
Yep.
We have their little niche over there. So I think there's a lot, we always look for improvement, but I think you're exactly correct. I mean, Harrisburg is on the upswing, and I constantly tell people that. It's just, it's growing, and it's very, very positive.
You mentioned State Street and kind of looking down. If you get a chance, anyone who's watching, if you get the chance, in the springtime, around 6, 7 o'clock on a sunny night, go down to the end of State Street by where the statue is of the man reading the newspaper.
Yep.
And you just do a 360, because you'll get sunset over the Susquehanna, which is just absolutely beautiful. And you turn around, and the way the sun hits the dome of the Capitol is just beautiful. It is a 360 breathtaking view from ground level, which you don't typically get. When you're talking about getting 360 breathtaking views, you typically have to go to a high mountain point, anything like that, and you're not going to typically find that in Harrisburg. Except in that spot from the ground level, sunset over the Susquehanna River, sun hitting the dome, and it's beautiful.
Spectacular.
Where can people go for more information on the Downtown Improvement District, whether it's the St. Patrick's Day Parade, whether it's the flower pots that you guys so beautifully put up over the course of the year, any other events that they want information on? Where can people go?
So they can go right to our website, harrisburgdid.com, and the St. Patrick's Day Parade, you can get there from there. But also there's a separate website for that, harrisburgstpatricksdayparade.com, that they can go to for information on the parade.
And remember, the Lucky Charm 4-miler starts at noon on Saturday. We'll have more information on our website, harrisburgpa.gov, about that. And also, there's going to be road closures, so you're going to want to keep an eye on that. And then the parade, St. Patrick's Day Parade, starts in the city at 2 o'clock. You want to get your spot because it starts getting crowded fast. Todd Vander Woude, Executive Director of the Downtown Improvement District. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. That is the word, Harrisburg. Hope to see you at the St. Patrick's Day Parade and so many more events as we hit spring in the city. Take care.